Hey cookies, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are making steak quesadillas. So remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my seasonings. I'm using a little bit of garlic and herb from Kingsford seasoning, along with some pink Himalayan salt and black pepper. And I'm using my grinder for my salt and pepper because it's more coarse, and also it gives the steak a better flavor profile. And also for my steaks, I did go ahead and use New York strip this time because I'm doing a quesadilla. It's very simple. And I went ahead and used a little bit of Morton seasonings. And I'm going to go ahead and rub it in real good. And I'm going to season both sides of my steak. That is very important. Now, before I seasoned these steaks, I did make sure I went ahead and rinsed my steaks really well. And also allowed them to get room temp. That's another thing. You never want to cook cold meat. If you want your steak to cook evenly and also be more tender, cook it at room temp. Never right out of the refrigerator because honestly, it just tastes better at room temp. Now, after you season both sides of your steak, you're going to go ahead and make sure that your pot is on medium-high heat. Or just medium, but I prefer medium high because the cooking time isn't going to be that long. And as you can see here, the steaks are perfectly seasoned. Look at that right there. And now I added like about 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter by Land O'Lakes. Now I only use Land O'Lakes or Kerrygold for my butter when I'm cooking. I do not use margarine, country crock, all of that. I do not use it. And I also used about 3 tablespoons of olive oil for my searing. And now you see the pot is nice and hot, and we're going to throw those bad boys in here. And I'm going to cook them about 2 to 3 minutes each side because I like my steak medium. So it's your preference, but I prefer medium. And here you see me I'm basting my steak with that juice, so my steak can get a little bit more flavor. And here I set my steaks on the side and I'm letting them cool. You never want to cut hot steak as well. And I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of my drippings on top of my steak. But you never want to cut hot meats. When I say let it rest for at least 5 minutes. And look at that. No blood, no none of that. All of that is juice and flavor. Nice and medium. And now I'm going to go ahead and cook my tortillas. So I go ahead and I use Pam just so my tortilla doesn't stick to the pan. And I'm going to go ahead and use a flour tortilla. I don't really care for corn, but that's the brand that I use for my flour tortillas. And I'm going to go ahead and lay them down in my pan. And it's not on medium. It's probably on like a 3, which is low heat. But just enough for it to get kind of brown. And also I'm using Monterey Jack cheese. And I'm just going to spread it on there evenly. And I'm a cheese head, so extra cheesy. And that's what you'll see me doing here. And I did go ahead and cut my steaks up into bite-sized pieces so I can go ahead and place on my tortilla. Now you can add any other toppings you want, but honestly this was a simple less than 30-minute dinner, something quick to whip up. You can add grilled onions, peppers, tomatoes, whatever you want to your quesadilla, but I just wanted something simple and just cheese and steak. And especially if you're coming from work, the kids are hungry, your husband, your wife, whoever you're cooking for, this is a simple recipe and it doesn't take much. And it's very good. So I went ahead and topped my steak with more cheese and my quesadilla. And you'll just see me flip it over here. And honestly, that took about a minute to do. And voila, this is the finished product. And look at the inside, cheesy, juicy, flavorful. And I went ahead and topped it with some salsa. And thanks for watching.